In this video, I want to share with you my take on why it's so important to take whoever it is that you're attracted to off the pedestal. And I want to share just a little story as quick as I can to illustrate why this is so important. I'm sorry if the camera's a bit shaky. I'm sorry if the sound's a little bit shit. I went on a date with a girl last night that I met in the hostel that I'm staying at the moment. We met a few nights ago. This really cute Mexican chick. We're in New Zealand. I'm in New Zealand in case the accent wasn't completely obvious. And, we got talking and I was like quite flirty with her because I thought she was pretty cute. And I wanted to see, I wanted to test to see if there was any sort of attraction there. And she was quite flirty back. And so, I grabbed a number and we went on a little date last night. And while we got along really well, every time that I tried to flirt with her, to create a little bit of sexual tension, to create a little bit of sexual tension, that's the best way to put it, she kind of collapsed into nervous laughter. She collapsed the tension into nervous laughter. And so this was the weirdest experience for me because this was quite an attractive girl and we went on this otherwise really nice little kind of evening date and I walked her back to where she was staying and we were standing outside the door to her accommodation and she was just kind of standing there looking at me, waiting, and it was a little bit awkward. I leaned in and kissed her, and when I pulled away, she asked me if I wanted to go inside, and it was the weirdest situation for me because, normally as a man, in this society, we kind of, get this narrative, I think, that men always want sex and will never turn down sex, that we should always just kind of take what we can get. If that resonates with you, it resonates, and if it triggers you, and you don't agree with it. I'll speak for myself. I felt really weird, but in that moment, we hadn't really been able to create any, actual sexual chemistry throughout the whole night. We were, laughing and having fun together, but there was no, every time that I tried to actually create a little bit of sexual tension, it's like she collapsed it. And it took me a while throughout the date to try and work out what was going on. But eventually I arrived at the realization, and while I don't know this, I arrived at the realization that she might have had me on a pedestal. And the reason I arrived at that realization is because I know what it's like to be really nervous around people that you're attracted to. You kind of will collapse flirtation into nervous laughter because you don't want to piss them off. You want to make you try and avoid rejection. You want to make sure that they like you, which has kind of the opposite effect. And while it's flattering to be admired in a way, the reason that it's so important to take the person that you're attracted to off the pedestal is that I was attracted to her, and so much so that, I asked her out on a date, but because I'm assuming that all signals kind of pointed to this. Because she had me on a pedestal, or what it felt like she had me on a pedestal, I couldn't actually really connect with her. And I wanted to, and that's why it's so important. And so this particular video is kind of for both the guys and the girls out there, because the truth is that we both do it. Of course, we both do it. I'm a man and I know full fucking well what it's like to put girls on pedestals when I'm nervous around them because they're really, really attractive or whatever. And my experience last night of rejecting this girl, like I didn't accept her invitation. I rejected her. It was really awkward. It was a real strange one for me, like turning down a sexual invitation with an attractive girl when she was, like asking for it and wanting it, but then at the same time, like she hadn't really been responding to like my flirting cues throughout the date. So it was kind of like weird mixed messages. And that's what I'm trying to share with you here, is that if you put people on pedestals, you do send mixed messages. You send them this like, I really want you, but it's like, I really want you to like me. It's not you can't actually connect with somebody if you have them on a pedestal. And the crazy thing is that because we're all human beings we all want to connect with each other. So pedestals completely destroy the potential for intimacy, the potential for actual connection. It doesn't just destroy it for you. If you've got them on a pedestal, it destroys the potential for them as well. I was gutted, man. I thought this chick was really cute. I enjoyed her presence, but like, I could feel that she kind of had me on a little bit of a pedestal, that she was nervous around me. And while I tried throughout the night to just like be relaxed and, like be playful and, nothing too serious, like I kind of had to almost like tone down my flirting a little bit just to not rattle her insecurities. And while I don't mind doing that to a degree, because I'm quite a secure person, like I know what it's like to be nervous around somebody, but like I tried to sort of, reassure her a little bit. I tried to kind of relax her a little bit so I could connect with her, so she could connect with me, so she could feel less nervous around me and we could actually be intimate together. So we could actually connect together. Because, if you're on a pedestal, it's not equal like this, it's like that. And so I tried to actually like do that a little bit, but she couldn't really do it. And so it was really weird. Like I was put in a situation where I felt like I actually needed to reject her when she offered me to go home with her. It was really strange situation to be in. And so I just wanted to share that message with you of like, you have to take girls off the pedestal, or if you're a girl, like whoever, whatever gender or sex or sexuality you are, like the person that you're attracted to, take them off the pedestal. And okay, here's the second part. It's all very well for me to say you have to take them off the pedestal, but like, how do you do that, right? That's the hard part. For me, in my own experience over the last few weeks of tackling my approach anxiety by actually approaching girls that I'm attracted to, which is the whole reason that I started this YouTube channel a few weeks ago. For me personally, like when you actually start talking to somebody and revealing what the part that resolves it, the part that resolves the pedestal is when you have to be vulnerable. You have to actually name and express whatever it is that is making you nervous. That's the part. So like for me, when it comes to approaching girls, if I'm really nervous about approaching somebody who at that moment I probably have on a pedestal, when I do approach them, I say to them, hey, excuse me, I'm really nervous right now, but, and then whatever it is, or if I've got approach anxiety because I'm, say like I'm in the gym, I spend a lot of time in the gym. And so a lot of the approach situations happen for me in the gym. When I do actually pluck up the courage to go and approach her, I say to her, hey, excuse me, I know that we're in the gym right now. I know it can be weird to approach in the gym. And the thing is like, for her, you don't know if it's weird for her, for you to approach her in the gym. You don't know that. It might not be weird. It might be weird. You actually just don't know. there's been loads of situations where I've said that and they have just like not really, I mean, they understood, but like it hasn't been weird that I approached the gym. So, but what the important part is that it helped me when I say, when I name the context, when I name whatever it is that I'm nervous about, and it's that nervousness or that fear, that's what creates the pedestal. And as soon as you name whatever it is that you're nervous about, that destroys the pedestal straight away. And the reason it destroys the pedestal is if you name it, you actually explain to the person that you've got on the pedestal why you have them on the pedestal. And if they are worth a damn, they will understand and they will connect with you. They'll realize that you're a human being with vulnerabilities and insecurities, and the courage to actually name them. That's really attractive, by the way, as a side note. And they will put you at ease and they'll reassure you. And then you find yourself actually having a conversation with an actual person who's not scary and who's actually just like normal and is really appreciative of the fact that you just approach them. You know, if the girl that I went on a date with last night had said to me, had actually expressed, why maybe she was feeling a little bit nervous around me. Well, like what it was weird. Like I didn't really know why she was collapsing the sexual tension, collapsing, my sort of flirtatious advances into sexual tension. Because the thing is, I was wondering, like, is this girl even into me? Is she even attracted to me? I couldn't really tell. That's what I mean by mixed messages. And it can be so confusing. Like, if somebody's so attractive to you that you have them on a pedestal, that doesn't always come across to the person that you're attracted to as as you being really obviously attracted to them. You have to understand that, like, the person that you see as like extremely, extremely attractive, they don't know that you feel that way about them. Because, I mean, why would they? They're just like a normal person. They're used to living with themselves. It's not like they go throughout their day just being this almighty, holier than thou symbol of beauty or perfection. They're just a person. And so you have to remember that, is that like all people, regardless of how attractive you find them, they're just people. And if you name why you're scared of them, it's not easy. It is scary. I'm not saying this is easy to do, but it definitely works. So the next time that you see someone that you're attracted to and you're scared of them because they're really attractive, or even the next time you go on a date with someone and you find yourself kind of fawning to them, and not laughing nervously, regardless of whether you're a guy or a girl, whatever gender or sex you are, and regardless of your sexuality, if you find yourself not being authentic and actually trying to please them and trying to impress them, it can actually really help to name that with them. It's a really, really helpful hack. And if they respond with like shame or humiliation of you, well, that's not somebody that you want to date anyway. But you'd be surprised if you actually do this. The vulnerability is attractive. It's not even just attractive. When you share your emotional reality with somebody else, it actually gives them an emotional reality to connect to. And that's going to create intimacy between you. And that will destroy the pedestal. And then it will actually allow both of you to connect with each other as equal human beings, as opposed to having these weird kind of mental projection power imbalance relationships, which doesn't work for anybody.